Fitting a long grip to a chopping tool. William Hovey Smith, 2017. I'm the author of Backyard Deer Hunting and also the owner of a new company, Hovey's Knives of China, where we take ancient designs from China and other nations and make modern cutlery right here in central Georgia. We also have another line of knives called the Billy Joe Rubideoux knives, where we make kitchen cutlery from found steels, such as the chef's knife made from a scythe blade that was originally done in about 1850. And now we are progressing to make a rib chopper. Already we have shaped and forged the blade, and now you see it when we start here, fresh out of the kiln after being tempered. The tempering of our rib chopper has gone well. We tried it first in oil, and that did not work. So we retempered it, and this time did a harsher temper in water, and that tempering took. So we now have something that we can put a handle on. Using this as a gauge to make some adjustments on the fence, we had a little problem that the fence was actually scooted a couple of degrees over in this direction. So we straightened it up and plumbed it with this. So it's now perpendicular to the surface of this plate. And we've thinned the handle material so that it's now just about one plank thick, about a typical 2x4 size. And so we're now going to make this cut and get our scales down to smaller size. Now we get down to the stages why that bandsaw fence has to be true, because we're going to cut this out as a slot, and it needs to be parallel to the sides of the scales here. We've set and glued our pins. Now our grip design for this handle is going to allow for a two-handed chop with a round stop here at the end, actually made from this end piece of wood. So what I'm going to do now is to take the bandsaw and remove along this line here, and then make this cut in this direction to start profiling the general shape of the grip. This is going to be a bit unusual in that I'll be pulling the work toward me instead of the other way around. The second relieving cut is going to be along this bottom edge to take off approximately 1/4 inch of material, although we're going to have to remove much more with a grinder. So the further grinding will be done on the belt sander here. While this piece is still firmly attached, I'm going to shape it into a knob. With our rib chopper, we have taken it and put it on the belt sander and ground it down roughly round. And we ground it round this far and left this end square so it would fit firmly in the vise. Because now I'm going to run this bit through the rear pommel here in order to anchor a ring. Then I'll cut the pommel to be off and finish the rest of this round so that it will have a 1-inch interior diameter so that I can put a piece of water pipe over it. Because this handle is so long, I'm unable to do this in a drill press, so I'm going to have to use a hand drill and pre-drill this hole and try to keep it parallel to the axis of the handle. that task be done now. This Instacure or super glue sets very, very rapidly indeed. It's quite fluid. Okay, now that we have our filler here ground down, we'll have a trial fit and see if our handle does right. Yes, okay, so that works. So we're ready for the next application of glues. Which we want to rub all around the material. And make sure we fill in any gaps. It's actually acting right now as sort of a lubricant. Okay, so all the way down. We're going to do our final bit of work here on the pommel with the shoe goo. Previously, what we have done is to attach this wood piece to this metal shaft. We squared this off and we screwed this through this piece of wood into the piece of wood inside the shaft. And while it was retained, we went ahead and shaped the sides of this pommel. Here is the handle mounted on the rib chopper, held by a rather grim-looking knife maker. In Hovey's Knives of China, we have a very large series of interesting designs. And here are some displayed on our banner, another group, and still another group. The Billy Joe Rubideoux knives are made from found steels, and here is a chef's knife, a bread knife, as well as a rib flipper and forge cleaning tool. Among my books are Backyard Deer Hunting, Extreme Muzzleloading, Practical Bow Fishing, and Crossbow Hunting, and all of these contain chapters about knives and using them in cooking wild game. I have other videos on this rib chopper. The next one has to do with the glues I use to actually assemble the knife and how to use them. For more information on Hovey's Knives of China and the Billy Joe Rubideoux line, you can go to the blog below. For more information on my books, blogs, and more than 600 videos, you can go to www.hoveysmith.com. Good hunting and good eating from the outdoors. Goodbye, and God bless.